What's going on YouTube? And in today's video, we're gonna be reviewing the New Balance 991 V2 in collaboration with Up There.
Till the sun just won't rise and heaven's under eyes. I'm living to die for you, there ain't none after you.
So this New Balance came out on Black Friday or Thanksgiving for some people on Up There's website, and I just cannot wait to break this sneaker down. This is a beautiful sneaker, to say the least. It looks simple, but we're gonna break this thing down and we're gonna go from start to finish, every little material, and show you guys why this sneaker is so great. So if you guys don't know, Up There is a Australian brand or boutique store that sells all kinds of stuff from shoes to fashion. It's a great little store based out of Australia. I personally love it. They do a lot of New Balance collaborations that I think are some of New Balance best. I know I have the 860 V2 that I got last year. I love it, the Blossom colorway, and they did another one last year, but this is by far my favorite shoe they've done with New Balance, and I'm just such a fan of it. So these right here are actually my Christmas presents, so I have to film this video and then give these shoes back to my mom so she can wrap them for Christmas, or I should say Santa. But I have to make this real quick and then make sure I get them back, and I can't enjoy them yet. So the background of the shoe, Up There was given a call from New Balance saying, hey, look, we want you guys to do a made in UK model. And they were caught off guard. They didn't think they could do it right. They were a little concerned, but man, did they pull this sneaker off in the best way possible. As far as the colors, I mean, their colors are just black, silver, and green. There's nothing crazy about this shoe. You wouldn't even think this is a collaboration. It's just super simple, but yet so detailed, and there's so much, thought put behind this that just makes the sneaker so great. So now we're gonna look at the materials of the shoe, which really make this shoe what it is. And the biggest thing, the elephant in the room, is the leather instead of the suede. I love the 991 V2 and I love New Balance pairs and I love suede, but there's nothing I love more than a nice pair with some leather. Now the leather on this is the most premium leather I've ever experienced or seen on a New Balance model. The Untitled we got earlier this year from Action Bronson, it's great leather, but this is a full grain, premium, soft, beautiful suede that just wraps the overlays in the mud guard and is designed with perfection. When they were trying to make this shoe, they needed a shoe that could handle the elements, for the rain and, the hotness of Australia. And even here, like where I live, like the snow, like this would be a perfect rain and snow sneaker. That's why I bought this shoe, because I needed this leather pair. I needed an all-purpose shoe that would look great and still hold up as far as materials and weather elements. This can handle the elements, I promise that. The mesh is also different from any other 991 V2 I've seen. I don't even know what you would call it. It's just very interesting. It looks breathable, hence why they would make it for like Australia, where they can, have a breathable mesh on those hot summer days. I think it looks great. It's very unique. One of the coolest things on this pair is this nice, midsection right here. You have this carbon fiber print on this leather that looks durable. It looks good. It's just something that you wouldn't see if you were just like saw somebody wearing these walking past you, but when you get it close to your eye, you can really see that nice carbon fiber print. That just looks beautiful. And I think it adds a nice touch and some flair to the actual shoe itself. Something that makes this shoe stand out literally is these reflective overlays. I mean, you could probably see it even just on the camera. They're pretty strong reflectives. They are over here as well as on the back of the shoe. It just draws some call to the shoe. You also get it on the tongue where the New Balance branding is, the 991. It's just a really nice touch to add the reflective. You get it in here as well. New Balance is so good with their 3M. Something cool here is this translucent heel clip on the back. Instead of having a solid color, it's like a ghost-like figure. It's very almost see-through. I think it looks really cool. It's a nice little touch that they added in. I'm a really big fan of all like the little green accents. You get, green on the back here, green right here. You got green insoles, green aglets, green V2 branding, and then obviously the green on the bottom fuel cell. It just looks great. I really do like the simplicity of it, and then just that little flair of green. And this is probably one of my favorite colors. This green is probably my favorite color as of right now, if you guys cared. So the midsole is nothing crazy. It's just a white midsole with like a slightly cream. You get the SBS Absorb pods that look good. Nothing crazy there. And then I'm really a big fan of the gum sole. I think it looks really nice. It's just some flair. The shoe is just all about like subtle bits of flair. And this gum midsole really, sets the tone, and it really feels authentic to the rest of the shoe. And then you get this nice green, fuel cell piece showing that the technology is in the shoe. And I just want to say that 991 V2, now that I have this pair, I'm going to start wearing more. It is one of the most comfortable New Balance out there, if not the most comfortable, just based off the smoothness, the stability. Everything about this shoe is a 10 out of 10 comfort. It's phenomenal. So for the laces, you get 3 pairs. You get this nice gray pair, which I put in mine and I'll probably keep in there. You get, you know, black ones. It's nothing crazy. I think they would look good, but I like to break up the blackness of the shoe with the gray laces. And then you also get these nice flat, you know, reflective laces that pay homage to the first set of laces they put in the 1906 that they released a couple years ago. So something cool about this shoe is, you know, the little special features they added to this shoe, like how on the tongue it says made in England upside down because it's an Australian shoe, so everything's, you know, southern hemisphere, everything's flipped upside down. You know, just a long running joke about that. And then you get the +61 where it would usually be a 991, and that's Australia's country code. You know, on the video, the promotional video they made, like the guy from England was calling Australia and I saw it on his phone. It said +61. That's just their country code, and it's just a nice little touch that you wouldn't really pick up on unless you like knew about it, which I think is really cool. So for the sizing on these, I went true to size. I always go true to size on my 991 V2s. I feel like it's the best fit. It is a more narrow toe box, so if you have really wide feet, maybe go a half size up just to get that extra room, but I highly recommend going true to size on these. So for price, I paid about $300 US for these, which is pretty hefty, but when you think about it, this is a New Balance 991 V2. They already retail at $260. It got shipped from Australia, so the shipping was like $60, but I think they cut it in half for some reason. Like I saw 25 got taken off. Even though I ordered from Australia all the way to Ohio, it was only about a week it took to get here, which was pretty impressive. They shipped immediately as I bought them, which I was a big fan of. They did a really good job with the rollout of these, you know, the promotion. But I mean, $300 for this shoe, I think is 100% worth it, just because it is just so, you know, beautiful. The leather, the premiumness of the shoe itself just feels right. You know, I bought this shoe on November 27th. It was Thanksgiving, actually. I was sitting at dinner with my family, you know, watching the football games, and I got a message from Creases and Pieces on Instagram. Go follow him, he's got some great stuff. And he said, "You ready to buy these 991 V2s from up there?" I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get them tomorrow. I thought it was Black Friday they were coming out at 4 p.m., not Thanksgiving Day. You know, with the whole Australian thing, all the times are messed up, and I just read it wrong. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's like, yeah, I'm gonna go get them right now. And I looked it up and they were available, and I was like, okay, I gotta buy them. So I didn't really stress that much. They were pretty, I was like there for like 6 minutes after they dropped, and they were still my size available, so I just bought them. You know, and I was super thankful for that. So shout out Creases and Pieces for, you know, being the reason I got these. So I'm really glad to have them. And it was an easy cop, I will say. They sold out eventually, but for the most part, like if you knew about them and you wanted them, it was probably pretty easy for you to get them. I mean, yeah, this is just a black sneaker with some subtle 3M reflectives and some hints of green, but it is so elegant and so simple. It's a perfect everyday lifestyle sneaker. This is the daily driver. You know, I'm gonna wear this all winter, all summer, all the time, all year round. It can handle the elements. It looks great. It's simple, and it's just awesome. You know, this collab feels so authentic. It feels so real. It feels so like there was time spent to make this shoe so simple yet so perfect yet so elegant. Like there's a lot of collabs that come out throughout the year. This one feels very, very real and very authentic, and it means something. I feel like it's a very honorable thing to have this collaboration happen in the materials, and it feels very great and authentic, and I'm a big fan of that. This is a shoe that like in a couple years you'll look back on and be like, man, I remember when that came out. This is like a low-key shoe. Like I just feel like this is a very special piece of New Balance history for the New Balance heads like us. Like I feel like this will be the shoe that people look back on like, oh, I remember that, yeah, like, or what is that? And I'll have this cool story about what it is. So I'm really glad that I got this shoe. I can just feel that this is gonna be a special shoe. I mean, this is an easy 10 out of 10 pair. I love it. I'm gonna rock the heck out of it. It will die under my feet. It's a great pair. Let's go get an on-foot look, and then we'll come back for the conclusion. I love this pair. I think this is one of my favorite shoes to come out this year. I can't wait to rock it. I'm gonna get it for Christmas and enjoy Christmas Day. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are on this shoe, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.